Hello and welcome people back to Let's Play Folklore. This one is a little bit more interesting. Remember how we had a side quest about uh, the Fairy King's backstory? We're gonna get one for Levain.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
A
didn't we already
character
get
we...
her backstory?
Well, no, this is like expands more on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, whoa, we haven't seen you in a while.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he probably was just naked in the corner.
Well, this is a first that the Phantom of the Opera wants Ellen instead of Keats.
Yeah. And by the way, I may have been skipping that previous text a little bit too fast. That is because this is the third time I'm doing this quest.
Oh,
It's hard.
but it's worth it.
It's interesting. Like, that's the main thing. There was one quest, one of those quests that were horrendously difficult. I really wanted to do it. I really did. Because it had a very interesting setup. Uh, but I tried so many times, like, we're never able to get anywhere with it. It's just way too luck based.
I guess I'll have to do it for you.
I'll eventually do it one day. Just not making any promises.
Touch the butt bug.
Mm hmm. Grab the butt. Bug.
Eternal darkness. Oh god.
This can't be happening.
Well then, if this is Eternal darkness, where's Gruce's theme?
Da, 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 da. Oh, that's not Bruce's theme.
Again, they call it a sword, but it's a lance.
Maybe it's a sword that was remodeled to be a lance. And then they couldn't get the copyrights from the original owner.
Maybe. Turns out Eternal Darkness is actually a sequel to this game.
Happens in the same world, yes.
Well, so what's the plan of action?
Well, I'm going to right after we go through the portal, after talking to these guys over here, I'll make a really stupid editing mistake. Which basically shows what I did wrong the first time around, kinda.
The HP drain again.
Mm-hmm. But here it's a little bit more vicious. Because if in the previous one you just could not progress unless you defeated everything. Here, you can progress if you haven't defeated all of them, but the HP drain will stack from the previous areas.
Oh god.
So after 3 rooms, you'll just end up losing so much HP.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, this is what happened the first 2 times because I didn't understand. Like the first time, I was like, well, if they're draining my HP, then I should probably just avoid fighting them altogether. Just pass through the area as fast as possible. Not the best idea. So yeah, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. So this
Skip
is why
all
we
fights.
Yeah, then don't do that. Now the guide was a little bit weird on this because, well, they basically go like, you have to defeat the leaders of the given situation, and then all of the other folks are going to just go skedaddle. But maybe that's the case, but the ones they listed do not seem correct, because they listed that you have to defeat the Pukes and the overweight fairy, and then the Hawks will skedaddle. Not the case. And you'll see that a lot. I had to pause to look at the walkthrough. Basically, the whole thing boils down to defeat everything. It may be a little bit different for the boss that's coming up soon, but for all of the other areas, just need to defeat everything. And the whole talk about there being some sort of a leader is not exactly true.
So just murder everything in sight.
Yeah, pretty much. Because if you pass by anything, then the HP drain will keep stacking and stacking.
If only we had Keats' gun.
Bang bang. And here I get just the most unlucky with the invincibility frames, because they always end at the moment they're about to hit me with ice every single time. Oh, of course they're out of range.
Now they ain't. Purple dust. Now you just need 80 more of those.
Yeah, probably. As long as the purple dusts of Alan and Keith actually stack, which I believe they do.
Yeah, I would assume so now, considering they're both on the same team technically.
Technically. Unless they followed the ideas of Suikoden 3 on this, in which every character has their own inventory.
That would just be terrible.
Yeah, and the only way you can actually exchange certain types of items is if you put them on display at the castle, and then just enter with another character.
Wow, that's jank.
Yeah, but it's only for like the first few chapters, which they don't work together anyway, so it kind of makes sense. And honestly, the way they do the whole once you merge the chapters, you want to have as little money with everyone as possible, because then it just goes, oh, like everything merges and you lose a lot of it, oftentimes. But yeah, back to this. Now, this is where things get interesting. You should basically prioritize those two guys, and the guide actually was very helpful on this. Use Bond Trap and put one of these guys, and they will just murderize them. Except you can just deploy them until they're done with their thing. The Bond Trap actually lasts for a long time. But again, the problem is you have to know which enemies are actually weak to that thing. Because when it doesn't work, it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing's pretty great as long as you can keep out of enemies, out of the enemies, you know, reach. And you can just go around attacking with other folks. You know, as long as you don't get hit.
King of Cosmos is awesome.
King of Cosmos is pretty great, but has very limited use. Like just that sort of situation where a folk is completely stuck.
So is everything dead yet?
No, not yet.
There's still that room we skipped. Quick, change into the Hellrealm cloak.
Yes, the Cloak of Twilight.
Yeah.
And just flash everybody. But yeah, we basically have to go through this entire netherworld. Pretty much. And from this point onwards, I think I've been doing this earlier as well, but I had to basically cut out every single load time, so that's why they look so sharp. Otherwise, I would have gone up above 15 minutes and 30 seconds, and we can't have that.
Nope.
Especially
God forbid YouTube make its time limit 20 minutes.
Well, especially since this quest is actually kind of difficult, so I wanted to keep all of it in on sped up, you know. And we have an urchin, so he's immediately the most annoying place.
He's protecting a booby.
Sadly, the Bond Trap doesn't work on them. I think you can in fact use the whatchamacallit, the sleep one on at least one of them. Yeah, it doesn't work. So I just, in the end, mostly just brute force them.
Stop using the super glue.
Well, I wanted to because using the thing was so much fun. And you see, they actually got affected.
Hooray, sleep status.
Mm-hmm. It's too bad it takes so long to get anything that actually works reasonably well with it. And he just goes prima ballerina around the whole place. Oh, and speaking of this location, since I was here again, I want to point out that the whole thing with the graphical glitch that looked really weird that one time, I thought it may have been just the weird thing with HDMI